श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ नमो भगवते रमणाय उत्तमस्तवादुच्चमन्दतः चित्तजञ्जपध्यानमुत्तमम् So if you want to make some of these things happen, then you have to make some important changes in the lifestyle. Generally what we observe is people want it both ways. They want to be on the both sides of the wall at the same time, or they want to eat the cake and keep it too. That is one problem. And another problem is Ganga Tire Ganga Dasaha, Yamuna Tire Yamuna Dasaha. Means not a proper understanding and a proper commitment, you may say, and easily swayed by different viewpoints that are floating around, etc. So that happens because of a weakness in understanding. Just some ideas are sitting in the head, but there is no understanding. Ideas are not understanding. So the word is not the thing. The thought is also not the thing. Therefore, because of that weakness, means you do not get it into you. Just it remains at the head level. You please see, there is a book of Veda. You don't know anything about it. And so there is a distance between you and the Veda. Now you recite the Veda. Now the Veda has never near you. You can recite it by opening the book and going through the pages. So now it appears as if Veda is near to you, but it is not so. Suppose instead of seeing the book and reciting it, you chant it without seeing the book. That is considered a great achievement in India. It is not easy, because you will be forgetting what you have recited, and therefore you have to recite for the sake of keeping it memorized. And that is how you keep the entire verses, etc. in the head, including the stars, the intonations and all that. You keep it in the head. It looks as if Veda is you are very close to Veda. Is there any difference yet? It is still, there is no difference between a Veda book in the shelf and the Veda mantras in your head. It can be from one shelf to another shelf, the mantras have been transported. Then suppose you understand the meaning of the mantras. Agnimide, you know the meaning of all that. Then still is there a gap between Veda and you or not? Still there is a gap. Still there is a gap. Even that gap also has to be filled. So, you see, what is truth, What is truth? Truth is that which is expressed in thought, speech and action. That is the truth. Satyam vada, suppose you say, speak the truth. And so in thought there is speaking of truth, in organ of speech there is speaking of truth. So that is called speaking the truth. That is not the example, but something came to the mind. So truth is not something sitting either outside or inside. Truth cannot be described in words, but it can be expressed in thought. Suppose your thought is pure, there is truth is expressing through it. You speak the truth, the truth is expressing through the speech. Similarly in action. Therefore, the real should become the part of oneself. That is the Abheda, that is Advaita. Even for a good food item also this applies. Like a nice sweet laddu is sitting on the table. That doesn't mean anything except that you look at it and feel good about it. That is there is a distance between you and that. That doesn't help. You put it in the mouth, munch it, taste it, enjoy it, relish it, and then take it into the body and then digest it. That is when. So there should be no division between you and the food. The Advaita ho jana hai. Then only you call it eating. So therefore the lifestyle needs to be conducive for the meditation. That is the topic, japa, dhyana, muktavam, etc. So lifestyle must be set right. If you are talking about meditation, dhyanam and all that, the primary element of lifestyle is Upadesha Saram. You love to stay in solitude. Suppose suddenly somebody says you are quarantined for a week. Suppose somebody tells me, I will ask, what about food? We will give the food. Great. Can you make arrangement for a cup of coffee now and then, once or twice a day? Oh yes, that also will give. Okay, do you allow me to get hold of a few books, 2 or 3 or 4? Yes, we will do that. Okay, you can quarantine me for 2 weeks. Why 1 week? So you love the quarantine. So that kind of an attitude. No, suppose if I am quarantined, what is the problem of quarantine, you know? When you are quarantined, you are so worked up and so disturbed, you become so restless because so many things that you have to accomplish in the world are missed out. You are losing out on so many things that you have to get from the world. And also you are missing out on so many things you have to go on to do in the world. The entire burden of kartrutva, bhoktrutva will come upon you when you are put behind bars. So this is how we live in this world. We are very sure that we control and we are responsible. We are responsible means bhoktrutva. We control means kartrutva. We are very sure about it. Shri Krishna said, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Phala is responsibility. Take it like that. So anyway, therefore the lifestyle has to undergo a transformation. If the goal in life is to find the truth, how do you go about finding anything for that matter? By keeping your mind and heart in it. That is how you find out anything. Your mind should be with it, your heart should be with it. Means your faculty of thinking should be with it, and the love that you muster in yourself, because your Swarupa is Ananda, which is love. So that love must be directed towards that. Then only there must be love for the thing, and there must be thinking about the thing, understanding of the thing. Then that is how you find it. So therefore also some of these things you may want to pay attention. You come to the truth through earnestness. So what is this earnestness? You see, number one, you do not contradict yourself. That is the primary qualification of a sadhaka. You do not contradict yourself. Generally, people are not free from contradictions. And in realizing the truth, it is supremely important to be free from contradictions. The life and the light. Light is knowledge or wisdom. Life is the way we live. That is the life. These two should not be at different levels. They must be at the same level. Means understanding of the truth should guide the way we live the life. This is called earnestness. That is how earnestness is expressed. So, therefore, you should have that earnestness. You can call the earnestness as honesty. So, you understand one thing and you are honest enough to live according to that. That honesty and integrity, sometimes it is called. Also, it is called wholeness. So, wholeness is the body, the organs of action and the mind. They are not at different levels. They are combined. They are integrated. That is the yoga. So, that kind of a wholeness. And this is the earnestness, and also this is the freedom from the contradictions. Generally, whatever ground you gain, you have to keep it. You should not go back. Whatever ground you have gained, or whatever progress you have made, the so-called progress, you must not undo it. It is like you come to Rishikesh and remain calm and quiet for a week, but then go and dash into the worldliness. It should not be like that. It is like you take a flight in India and the outside temperature is 40 degrees, and now you land in New York, in Pennsylvania and upstate New York, the temperature is minus 15 degrees. So, like that. That causes serious problems. The temperature gradient is so much. So this way, the understanding and the lifestyle, there is a big gulf between the two. May not be the right example, that is how it came to the mind. So you should not abandon the conquered ground. Suppose you have acquired a certain level of serenity of the mind. You must be able to retain it. You should not abandon that by going into some quarrel with somebody, or picking up some worldly thing which will demand a lot of energy and time from you. So by doing that, you lose the conquered ground. You should not do that. Then the contradictions. Now you have to understand. You see, when Atma Jnanam is the goal, in which the Atma is the divinity, in your worships, your prayers, etc., that basic tenet of Vedanta should reflect. The prayers that you do should not be dualistic, entirely dualistic. They may be very provisionally dualistic within the prayer, but if the entire prayer is dualistic, and you say you are a student of Vedanta, you are badly contradicting yourself. That's why the prayer must be like pratasmarami. I contemplate early in the morning. What? Contemplate upon what? Suppose you say pratasmarami, Kailasa Girivasam, Trishula Dharinam, Umapatim. Suppose you say like that. Now it is all right, you are welcome to your prayer, but I prefer to say, instead of Trishula Dharinam, Umapatim, etc., which are all conceptual things in any case, which are all belief systems in any case, I prefer to say Pratasmarame Hridi Samsphuradātma-tattvam Satchit Sukham. Why? Satchidananda, is it not a good attribute to God? Is it not an adequate attribute to God? God should be attributed with all kinds of humanized elements. Therefore, the prayers, the worships, they should not contradict, even for yourself. Leave alone the onlookers, even for yourself. The prayers and worships should not contradict the vision. They must fit into the vision. And whatever doesn't fit into the vision is gently kept aside. You don't fight anything. So that is how you have to look at the whole setup, that is a whole setup of religious and worldly life that you have put in place. You have to examine. The worldly life also you have to examine. So are you running after money? Are you running after pleasures? So that also you have to examine. Not only the worldly life, the religious life also should be examined. And if you notice any contradiction, you cannot keep it. Contradictions do not help at all. We may have contradictions. Suppose I may have contradictions. Somebody can point it out. Nothing wrong in it. Then I will correct myself. So once a student pointed out, Swami, I saw a contradiction in you. I said, come on, let me know what it is. And he pointed out. I thought about it and said, yes, you are right. I see the contradiction. Now I stand corrected. So you should be that sensitive to contradictions. So you should not make it an ego issue. Then I suggest the first things first. So what is the first thing in dhyana, etc.? The first thing is turn within, antarmukho bhava. That is the first step. This is what I sincerely felt, that the students of Vedanta are talking big things, but they are bahirmukha. You know what is bahirmukha means? All important things are outside. Like happiness, it is outside. Divinity, outside. Love, outside. Beauty, outside. Now you understand what I mean by bahirmukha. Now antarmukha. So happiness is not in the things of the world. Happiness is my swarupa. It is inside me. Maybe I am unable to get it or grasp it, but it is inside me. Love is inside me. Beauty is inside me. So when I am very sensitive to life, very sensitive to the aspirations of other people, so there is a beauty in that sensitiveness. That is the beauty, spiritual beauty, not the physical. And then divinity is inside me. And then security, bahirmukha, he depends upon the outer for security. He seeks security all the time in the outer. In the physical things, seeking security. In the relationship, seeking security. Seeking security in Guru even. People hold on to the Guru seeking security, unbeknownst to them. They don't know what they are doing, but that is what they are doing. And sometimes a poor Guru like me finds security in 4 or 5 students around. That is also possible, you know. It is possible. Suppose I am all alone in New Delhi railway station and I am at a loss, and then suddenly I find a young student. You feel up, oh my God, okay, come here. So I can hand over some of my responsibility to him from security. Therefore, this is how, just I tell you, Gurus also can derive security from the Shishya. It is a mutual exploitation in Gurudom. So, you should you don't seek security anymore. Then you discover the security within. Put it the other way. Go within, turn within. You don't seek security from the outside. You give love, you don't seek love in relationship. So this is how you have to become antarmukha. Unless you become antarmukha, all the big things that people say about Vedanta, about Atma, Brahma, etc., they don't have a meaning. So you have to turn within. This is how the lifestyle should be changed. But before that, before you move any forward in the field of meditation, you should have a healthy body. A sick body will hold you back. You should have a healthy body. To have a healthy body, the first step is have a proper food, healthy food. Food must be healthy. So, the food is not meant for enjoyment, it is meant for health. It is meant for deha yatra, sustaining the body. And therefore, whatever is good for the health of the body, that kind of food alone I take. Taste is secondary. Sometimes it may not be very tasty, but still, because it is good for health, you eat it. Like avocado, what taste it has, but it is good for health, so you eat it. Tofu, what taste it has, yet it is good for health, you may have to eat it. Sometimes what is good for health is tasty also, good. So that is number one. Then regular physical exercise. So the mind must be calm, all right, but body should not be. You keep the mind, you see, mind goes, mind wanders all over the place, whereas body is sitting in some sofa. This is how people live. Just have a smartphone in the hand, sit in a sofa, and have some coffee and cake on the teapot, and so you need not move. If some movement is required, there is a servant or somebody else who will move and bring it for you. And you will be looking at the smartphone, and your mind will be moving all over the world, but the body is not moving at all. And so there is no expenditure of calories. Over and above that, you are dumping calories into the body by eating cakes or drinking juices, this and that. It is crazy that people drink things like Coca-Cola, etc. It is called Coca-Cola conspiracy. Really, it is called like that. An entire nation becomes predominantly diabetic because of Coca-Cola, Mexico. And therefore they have banned Coca-Cola in Mexico. And then the obesity levels, the diabetes levels have come down. It is called Coca-Cola conspiracy. We should not become victims of such conspiracy in the name of comfortable lifestyle. So, therefore, food must be sparse, means not plenty of food, plenty of good food. We should not fall into that trap. Because otherwise, all of us will be diabetics. T2 diabetic, not T1. T1 you don't know how it comes. Therefore, the food, proper focus must be on the food. First things first. And then exercise, then pranayama and yoga. Exercise and yoga are complementary. One is not enough, you need both. They are complementary. So exercise is required to burn some of the calories, and aerobic exercises, some jogging, etc. They are essential. Yoga people tell that you don't need all of that. If they tell like that, they are wrong. You need. But yoga people, what they do, the initial preparation is a lot of good exercise. That way it fills in. And then asanas they are not meant for burning calories. They are meant for improving stamina, and it is like physiotherapy for the entire body, outer and as well as inner organs. So you need both. You need pranayama also. Prana is the link between body and mind. It keeps the body healthy and mind calm. You need pranayama. These changes you have to bring into your life. Then only this meditation, etc. will work. Then you have to be alert. In the context of Jnana Yoga, this is what I said is Karma Yoga I have talked about, and then some yoga and all that, physical exercises, all that. But then in the area of understanding also, you should maintain a good standard. So you should be alert. You should observe, investigate and question. All these things you should do. Just like Gatanugatiko Lokaha, you should not be like that. You should question. You observe, you find out what is going on. You are satisfied with it, it is fine. But if you are not yet satisfied with what is going on, you question it. You question yourself first, and you question somebody else if you have to. And so there is a thing called confusion, adhyasa. Adhyasa is translated as confusion or delusion or illusion. You can use all the words in a proper context. There is confusion. You have to address that confusion. You see, you come to a guru or an ashram, or both, a guru is in the ashram. You come to the ashram. Now, why did you come to the ashram or to the guru? Why did you come? So, to improve the ashram, you have come to the ashram. Or a guru has less number of shishyas, so let us add to the number. That's why you have come. Or you wanted to protect Hindu dharma or the Sanatana dharma. That's why you have come. Even there people are confused. You come to, so it is not about ashram. You come to the ashram. When you come to the ashram, it is not about ashram. It is not about guru. It is about your confusion. That's why you come to the ashram. When coming to the ashram, to the guru, to the teaching, it helps you to find out, to learn all about your confusion. What is the confusion? You take the body to be yourself, for example. That is the confusion. You identify with the body. That is the confusion. Now you have come to the ashram and guru and teaching. And you should, for what? For addressing that confusion. That's why you came. Generally, people come to the ashrams and gurus and settle into some structures and systems and try to derive some security in that. That does get fixated into those structures, superficial structures and systems. They don't address their confusion. They came to the ajnana in the sense of confusion. They came to overcome ajnana. That they don't pay attention to that. They remain confused. And then they become acharyas, confused. Swayam confused, param confusayanti. Like that it goes. Therefore, you need not go all the way up to that, but first address your confusion. I suggest you are confused quite about a few things. Can I recount? One, you are confused that you are the body. Look at it. If you are not confused, God bless you. But there could be a confusion about it. You must be identifying with your body, that is confusion. Then you don't have, when you identify with the body, where is the space with reference to mind? Mind is Sukhi, I am Sukhi. Mind is Dukhi, I am Dukhi. That confusion will be there anyway. When body identification is there, not addressed, mind identification will not be addressed at all. That is second. Third, you are confused that happiness is in the things made of hand, made by human hand. Happiness is in the things which are created by the human hand. That is confusion. You think security, you need security. You are seeking security. That itself is a confusion because you don't need security. You are a ched-yoyam adah-yoyam. You don't need security, but you seek security because you are confused. Now I sincerely ask you, you go to temples, gurus, ashrams, classes, this etc., etc. Are you going to address these confusions? We talk big things, but the basic confusions are retained. Not only that, it is not easy to get rid of the confusions, I agree, but at least an attempt is to be made and the direction should be proper. Your direction must be in that way, properly set. Therefore, these are some of the basic hints that are needed to practice these three means of worshipping the higher reality. Kayika, Vachika, and now Vachika is over. Now we come to the Manasa. So Nechaya Kritam, that is always there. So next we go to the next verse. So the earlier verse I finished in the morning itself. Just I thought I will give an oversight, not oversight, an overall picture. So bird's eye view of the way the things have to be set right. Now we go to the next verse. Ajyadharaya srotasa samam sarala chintanam viralatah param. So here the Tikakara says, now we come to the third sadhana. So kayika, vachika, manasa sadhana nechaya kritam, performed without the desire for the result thereof. That is always there. So kayika, which we have seen, ashtamurti bhrut deva pujanam, the service, jagata ishadhi yukta sevanam, that is the kayika. That alone is called pujanam. That is the way. Okay. Then the second is vachika. We have seen three kinds of the vachika. And now comes Trutiyam, the third, it is called Chintanam. That is the word in the mantra, in the verse there is this Chintanam. So Chintanam, Dhyana Aparaparyayam, it is a synonym for meditation. Chintanam, meditation. So now we enter into the topic of meditation. Meditation on what? So you may say Saguna Brahma Sakara, that is how in some of the Puranic context they say such meditations. They talk of a meditation. You meditate on Lord Shri Krishna. Okay? Who is Lord Shri Krishna? He is like a human being, like you. This is the humanization, humanism. So Lord Shri Krishna is like you. Only thing is, he has a certain particular attributes. Like if you carry a guitar or some such thing, you are a jiva, but Shri Krishna carries a flute. That is a special attribute. And then he carries a peacock feather in the head, on the head. He wears a particular kind of yellow pitambaraha, yellow dress. And he is like you and me, but more beautiful, certainly. Something like that. You contemplate upon him. You contemplate. Now, how to contemplate? Okay. So sit up, just I am demonstrating. You sit upright and you have to close the eyes. Now, if you put a photograph there, at least you can look at it for a while. For a minute or so, you can constantly look at it. Even if you occasionally close the eyes, that is all right. But you can look at a photograph, and as long as you are looking at the photograph and the mind did not wander, you are still looking at the form only. It is possible to retain the form, the mind on the form for a while. But if you close the eyes, it is even that little focusing of the mind on the form is lost. You cannot do anything about it. Close the eyes and try to visualize the form of Lord Shri Krishna. I am trying now. So begin with the peacock feather, but then the other everything else is not there. Only peacock feather is there. Or come to the face. Now what face I can contemplate. Okay, some face. But in the meanwhile, peacock feather is gone. How can you form a form? How can you visualize a form like that? It is maybe you all people can do. I cannot do. I don't know. This kind of a recommendation that you contemplate on the form of God, it puts the person on a wild goose chase. In the childhood, we were told you chant Gayatri and then Dhyana Shlokam will be there. Mukta vidrumahe manela dhavalachayir mukhai strikshanaihi. So the mother has 5 faces. Now you contemplate on 5, close eyes and then you contemplate on 5 faces. I will see how you will do it. And every face has 3 eyes. And all the faces have 5 different colors. Now can you contemplate? Are you kidding? Some poet writes a poem under Dhyanam and I put it there. You will not be able to contemplate. This Rupa Dhyanam, the Saguna Sakara Brahma Chintanam. You have to contemplate upon or meditate upon the Brahma which is other than you. This is Saguna Chintanam. Therefore there is this sense of duality. Provisionally, admit it. Provisionally, it helps. And therefore you contemplate. Anakara. How can you do that? You cannot do that. Then I have attended one guided meditation. You see, I am arriving at meditation by, this is my way of teaching. I arrive at the thing by dismissing all the negation. This is the negative teaching. By now you must have noticed that. And I support my negative teaching by saying that negative understanding is the highest understanding. This is how I support it also. Now you So I am dismissing what is not meditation. Once I attended a guided meditation session. A Mahatma. You can learn from anybody. Baladapi Subhashitam. Why not from a Mahatma? Okay, he asked, okay, sit upright, good. Close the eyes, yes. A smile, okay. Now I am the Jiva, okay. Now that is a concept. What do you mean by I am the Jiva? It is a concept, you know. Suppose you say I am the sannyasi, I can feel some of it. But I am the Jiva means I have to visualize something. Okay, I do that. Now I come out of this body. Okay, I leave it behind. And then I soar into the sky. You can do that. I mean, you can meditate like that. It is doable. So, and then you bypass the heaven and then go further. You bypass the Brahmaloka also. Okay. You can do that. Then you have now arrived at the gates of Vaikuntha. And then they admit you with love because you are a devotee. I am a devotee, they admit. So I go in. And then arrive at the palace in which Lord Vishnu is staying. And there also I am admitted because I am a devotee. And then I have the darshan of Lord Vishnu, Chaturbhujaha, etc. And then Vishnu blesses me. I receive the blessings and feel ecstatic about it. And then I start the return journey. And then, so now I come down and cross all these paths, things on the way, and finally I enter into my heart again. Now I am a blessed devotee. Now you can open the eyes. This is the meditation. Now, what to call this meditation? Maybe it can be termed daydreaming, maybe. Some kind of that kind of thing. So, is that what we are looking at? I suppose not. This Rupa Dhyanam has all these issues. There are the Namarupa related dhyana. They are like this. Then there are some dhyanas. Some people will practice this, maybe some value in it. So, that I am the father, I am the mother, I am the son, all these true. Like that you take and start a meditation. So means you are confused that you take up all these names upon yourself. That is part of confusion. So right, the Vedanta, you know. So you don't address that confusion. In fact, you use it to devise a meditation session. Like you are a father, okay, I am a father, and you should not treat your children harshly, okay, and you should treat with love, you should understand them. So now by the time I come out of meditation, now the message that I get is I am a father and I should treat my children properly, and I am a husband, I should treat my wife properly. This is the message I get. out of meditation. Some personality development meditation, I suppose. Now, is that what you want to do? Is that what the meditation you are looking at? No. Then Shabda, leave alone Rupa. Rupa of two kinds, physical forms as well as mental forms. I have covered both. Mental forms is I am father, I am son, I am a spouse. These are the mental forms. There is no reality in any of that, but they are the mental forms. And we want to retain all that confusion. At this point I digress a little. But then we have to live as a family, right? Yeah, you have to live as a family, that's all right. For that, you need not assume all these Namarupa upon you. You need not. For a class to happen, I need not become a particular guru. Not necessary. Not necessary, sir. To have love towards the spouse, you need not call yourself, or you need not fixate yourself as husband. Not necessary. One Mahatma used to say, don't be a husband. Be the love of a husband. How is that? When you are a husband, you are superimposing something upon yourself, which is not true. Na mata, na pita, etc. you must have heard. But when you are the love of a husband, the love that a husband is supposed to show to the wife, when you are that love, you are Brahma. You see that? So being husband, living as a husband is not the issue, but taking it to the head is the issue. Taking the husband thing to the head. Same way, taking the guru thing to the head, taking the shishya thing to the head, and then forgetting about the main thing. This should not happen. That's why I said like that. Okay? Therefore, whether it is a physical form or a mental form, you retain it in meditation, it is a problem. So put it aside. Then come to Shabda. This is somewhat better. This is better. Japa, Chattajam, Japadhyanam, that comes under Shabda. And in the next one or two verses also, I come to Shabda. The other day we have done Omkara meditation. That is meditation on Shabda. The Saguna Brahma, so Omkara Saguna, it could be Nirguna also, where there is no duality. Or it could be Saguna. So, it should be Saguna Shabda. Saguna in the form of Shabda. You can contemplate. That works. Saguna with Rupa, as Rupa, may not work, though they still recommend it. In Puranic context, they recommend. In a way, the Puranas have taken over. Puranas have taken over. Upanishads and Gita, it is like a big garden, 1 acre garden, in which there is one rose plant with 1 rose flower, and the rest of it is all tall grass. Aisa ho gaya. You got the point? So Upanishads and Gita, 1 small plant with 1 rose, it is still there. You have to search for it, you will find it. The rest of it is all wild grass. That is the situation. The Upanishad and Gita, you have to look for it. You will find it. The rest of it is all Purana and Samsara. It should not be like that. It has to be looked into. Therefore, the meditation, this kind of Rupa, etc., it may be relevant in the Puranic context, but not in the Upanishad and Gita context. Here, Saguna Brahma Chintanam is a very much valid part of the meditation, but not the Puranic type. How to do Saguna Brahma Chintanam? Shabda we will come. Already we have seen some of it, Om Namah Shivaya, etc. That is Saguna Brahma Dhyanam only. When done in mentally, you done, it is put into the Vachika, but then it is not a watertight compartment. You can call it Vachika from one standpoint. It can even be Dhyanam in the other way. The separation is very little. and technical also. So Saguna Brahma Dhyanam, how do you do that? Then we will come to Nirguna. Slowly we are building a topic, okay? So Saguna Brahma Dhyanam, how do you arrive at it? In this there is no akara. What is Saguna Brahma? Saguna Brahma is in the form of Jagat before you. Jagata Ishadhi. That is the Saguna Brahma meditation. So you can practice some of it. It could be very useful. Maybe we will do a small Saguna Brahma meditation. So in this meditation I am not planning to bring in any Shabda, that we will see later. You just sit upright, keep the eyes slightly closed. Every time be fresh about these things. You are not sitting upright based on the memory of earlier experience. No. You are sitting upright in the present, in the present moment, as if you are doing it for the very first time. Same way with the eyes, keep eyes kept closed lightly. Shoulders and hands are kept loose. Just look at the breath. It becomes a little slower and then even. Just by this much, the mind is quiet. You need not make any particular effort to make the mind quiet. It becomes quiet. Now, I visualize Prithvi, the earth, which is the existence absolute, that is the Brahma, in a particular form, or with a particular guna, tamas. So I visualize earth as one form of the Brahman. Then apaha, water, everywhere it is there, all forms of water, without any distinction. All distinctions are resolved. All water is a form of Brahman, the real, or you can call it God if you wish. Then Agnihi. Agnihi is not necessarily a flame. It is the heat, or even better, the heat content, the thermal content. Even a block of ice has thermal content. The entire universe is pervaded by